in the city on the entertainment season. Thank you very much, Beryl. And now back to you.
Thanks, Mike. That was terrific. I'm Beryl Wiseman on the Suburban Radio Hour. And now it's time for the Suburban Weather Report with the best weather specialist in the city, Stephen Bellina. Steve, what have you got for us?
Good evening, Montreal. I'm Stephen Bellina, and this is the Suburban Weather Minute. We had a strong weather system move from the central United States into eastern Canada late last weekend and on Monday. That storm produced waves of thunderstorms across Ontario and Quebec and generated Quebec's first tornado of the season. It touched down around 5:30 p.m. just west of Rigaud along the Ontario-Quebec border, covering a path of about 14 kilometers, later determined to be an EF1. Tornadoes are measured on the enhanced Fujita scale, which measures the storms between 0 and 5, 5 being the strongest. This one was a 1, as mentioned, producing winds of about 155 kilometers per hour, resulted in considerable damage to a few homes, some vehicles, a couple of farms, including a silo toppled, and knocked out power to over 5,000 residents in the region. The storm also produced very strong winds in the Montreal region. Winds gusted up to 80 kilometers per hour. That knocked out power to over 40,000 homes and businesses across the southwestern portion of the province. It also produced some very heavy rain Monday evening, in excess of 25 millimeters falling in many parts of the West Island and central portion of the city, often that falling in just a couple of hours. The rest of the week was slightly cooler. We had some drier air move in, but we were looking at things ramping up again as we head through the weekend. This past weekend, we've had some very dry, warm temperatures return. We're looking at the heat and humidity building again this week as that heat dome starts to build across Mexico and Texas and into the central portion of the U.S. So we're expecting temperatures to warm again into the upper 20s. Overnight lows will be in the upper teens, and we're going to reintroduce the threat of some showers and thunderstorms by the time Wednesday comes around. Now, this is a good time to mention that when watches and warnings are issued for thunderstorms or tornadoes, it's very important that wherever you get your source of weather, whether it be social media, broadcast media, you need to verify the time and date that the watch was issued. A lot of information was going around on Monday, and some of it was quite dated. These systems occur very quickly, tornadoes move quickly, and therefore the warnings change often. If you need a weather update, you can always get it at thesuburban.com under the blog tab, the Suburban Weather page. Until next time, I'm Stephen Bellina.
Thanks, Stephen. Coming up next on the Suburban Radio Hour, time to check in on local sports scene with our sports editor, Mark Lidbetter. But first, we're off to the CJD Traffic Center.
This entertainment and society news segment of the Suburban Radio Hour is brought to you by Olmecs and the Civilizations of the Gulf of Mexico, a fascinating exhibition that lifts the veil on the mysterious earliest known civilization in Mesoamerica. Presented at the Pointe à Cagliari Museum until September 15th.